Welcome back to this channel, everyone. I have been listening one thing ever since I started teaching English subject and English language, that many students understand English, they have good knowledge of grammar. Having said that, they are unable to speak this language. I'm going to give you 5 important tips which are very much effective to get fluency of English language. So those tips are very much important. So you have to follow each and every day for acquiring fluency. If you do not follow these kinds of tips, you are not going to be a fluent speaker. So I can assure you that if you follow these 5 tips, nobody can stop you to be a fluent speaker of English language. Firstly, what you have to understand that let's take an example. You want to be a swimmer. You don't know how to swim, but you are just studying books. You are studying theories, how to swim. Every knowledge you have acquired in terms of swim, but you are not jumping into a river, into water. You can't swim at all. This is not gonna work for you. Only theoretical knowledge. You have to acquire knowledge practically. Then you will be a good swimmer. If you want to learn how to swim, then you have to jump into river. Likewise, for speaking English language, for getting fluency of English language, you have to speak. You have to speak daily. At least 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, you have to devote your time for speaking. Because fluency does not come simply. Any language, it takes time. It takes little bit time to learn this language. So just you have to maintain your consistency so that you can keep going on, keep practicing, and through practicing, of course, you are going to learn how to speak English language fluently. So this tip is very much important. Don't underestimate this tip at all because it's very much important, right? So how you can do practice? You may not have an environment. You may not have someone whom you can practice with. Just try to speak yourself. The best speaker, the best friend, you are yourself. You can do practice yourself each and every day. You don't have to be dependent on anybody. Just do practice yourself each and every day. If you do not know how to do practice yourself, listen to me carefully. How you have to do practice yourself. There may be too many things around you. Try to explain. Take anything and start explaining. If there are no any kinds of steps, then just what kinds of thoughts are coming in your mind, just elaborate and try to speak. You have to speak as much as possible. The more you speak, the better fluency you acquire. So this is first tip. Second tip, what you have to do, that is increasing vocabularies. Each and every day you have to learn 10, 15 vocabularies so that you never make hesitations while speaking. What happens, you have abundance of vocabularies in your mind that you cannot hesitate because you will able to recall vocabularies in your mind when it is necessary to use in your spoken. So how you can increase your vocabulary? Just to go into podcast, into book, then you can read, and if you do not understand those kinds of vocabulary, just try to find out, and then note down yourself and memorize those vocabularies and try to make sentences by using those vocabularies. The third tip is engaging in conversation in English language. How you have to do this, how you can do this work? That just you have to create a group where you have to only speak this language. Nobody is gonna allowed to speak any their native language. Only all of them must speak English so that nobody is going to speak any language except English. Make a group, find friends where you can do debate, where you can just practice more than enough, and you are going to learn something from that. The third tip is you have to indulge in listening. You have to listen song, you have to just watch movie, you have to just do something for, you just need to watch podcast so that you can get to know how, especially try to listen to the native speakers so that you can get to know that how they are speaking, how they are moving their hands, how their lips are working while speaking. It's and everything you are going to notice from that. And when you find out any new vocabularies, any new phrases, any new idioms, try to memorize that. Try to note down. Then later on, when you get time, just memorize all those phrases, all those words, new words, so that you can also apply in your conversation, and your English will be masterpiece if you do follow this kinds of tips. The fifth tip is that read book, read newspaper, read any kinds of articles, especially try to read newspapers, because the newspaper contains many kinds of phrases, too many idioms, too many new words, and through that you are going to learn. When you do not understand anything from this paper, just try to note down. If you do not have notebook or pen, just there is a notebook in your mobile, you can just note down over there, and then you are going to memorize later. We have to learn constantly so that you are going to do things, because English may be obstacle in your life. English has potential to change your life. Your communication is totally based on English. If you do not have good enough English, you are not able to speak this language, you might be facing too much problem that you don't want. So these many tips are going to help you definitely. I can mark my word that when you follow these 5 tips, it help you too much, because it has helped me, and that's the reason I'm telling you this thing, so that you also can apply. You can get fluency for speaking this language. So if you really want to learn this language, if you have great passion to speak this language, then do like and subscribe this channel so that you never miss any video whenever I upload my video, because my video is all about English language. My all videos are related with English language.